Hi, welcome to tonight's program, or today's program actually. The reason for this short program is to research stereotypes in the Osseo Senior High. They stretch from how athletes are idolized among the community, or how lower kids such as band and let's see, choir people are not treated as fairly or not as, how do I say it? They're like less important to teachers, it seems. Not always, but in an overall mix, it seems to be that way. That athletes get their way with teachers. They get out of detentions just because they're an athlete. Instead of detentions are suspended, they get a little tap on the finger. So today we're going to interview three students. Olivia Antilla, who is on the girls basketball team, because they did not get the recognition that they should have, in my opinion. Stevie Redman, who is a part of our school's band. We're going to get her opinions on her social status. And Jordan Trebish. She was, prior to high school, probably one of the most popular girl at Osseo Junior High. So we're going to see what her thoughts were on making the decision to drop out of the high social hierarchy in schools, and how that has affected her and how she goes through each day, and her opinions on that. The reason for this inquiry is in the book The Help. Skeeter did a book on how the Help, which were African American maids, were treated unfairly, and find out their true stories and get the whole truth behind their daily life. And I want to get the true, every single, no um, no getting around things. I want exactly what people's thoughts are, and we'll see that here. So obviously there's still or everyone's equal under our constitution and stuff like that. And do you feel treated fairly within the school being a woman?
Well, within the school, I think that it's okay, but when it comes to sports, I feel like at every school, no matter if it's like soccer or basketball or softball, baseball, or hockey, it's like boys will always get more praise than girls do. Like our school this year was a prime example of that because it was like all about the guys throughout the whole basketball season. Like the girls never really got anything. When we had a good season, and I feel like that's the only part where there really is sexism within the school, in my opinion. So I feel like that's something that the school could improve.
What would you have done differently for more fair treatment of you guys,
Well,
if you're an administrator?
for example, when we had like the last pep rally to like congratulate the teams, when it was like the girls and boys teams, it was more so for the boys than it was for the girls. And I feel like in that instant they should have gave like more attention to the girls, because it was like good job girls, and then it was just like all about the guys. And like we were really embarrassed when that happened because we were just like sitting there, and I feel like it should have been, the girls should have got more congratulations, because second place, even though it's not first, it's still a big accomplishment to have been in the state championship game.
For the hierarchy of classes in the school, what do you associate yourself with?
Mainly the band kids, because that's usually where I fit in, and I've been with basically the same group of kids for the past 7 years because of the way that, I dress and act and everything, but usually it's all the same. I mean, people are usually pretty good about it.
Yeah, okay. And then do you feel like some kids are treated better than you because they're in the school higher up in a way?
Definitely. Teachers and other kids pick favorites and stuff based on if you're in sports or activities other than just band.
Gotcha.
Myself.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Stand
Do you agree with the way the leadership teams are chosen at our school?
No, not at all.
So, elaborate.
On their applications, they say what they know the leadership people want to hear, and then they get in. When other people that should be in aren't in, I don't know, they go out and drink every weekend. I'm not going to follow them. They're not going to be my leaders when they go out and drink and then try to tell me what to do. No, I'm not going to listen to that.
Who do you feel gets prioritized at our school? Like social
Popular
class
people
wise.
that go out and drink every weekend. I don't know, because it's so cool to do that right now.
And
Whatever.
how do they act at school, like differently?
Oh, they act like they're better than everybody else. Like, walk around the school like they own the damn place.
Gotcha. And how does that make you feel being like somewhat below them in a way?
I am below them because I'm not going to scoop them to their level. But I don't know, I kind of just laugh at it because when they're older, they realize how dumb they are.
Gotcha. And like, what would you do to like try and change that? Is there anything you really can do?
I don't know. Make them stop drinking. Put them in their place.
Well, those are some very strong opinions, and I think it's a good thing that this should be the ending of these three seniors' high school career. They get to express their whole true feelings on things that they have not been treated as fairly on through the year. And I feel like some of these people at our school can make parallels through different kinds of books, such as Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Women were not treated nearly as fairly. They weren't like anything besides governesses or teachers. And that unfairness can be seen in Olivia's story, where the girls' basketball team is not treated as fairly as the boys' team. I mean, at that Pep Fest, the girls probably got 30 seconds of recognition, while the boys got 10 minutes. And also in The Great Gatsby, it is similar to what Jordan said about how certain kids are given this persona of being an athlete and they start acting that way, such as Gatsby did when he recognized his own wealth and he had to act a certain way, like that cocky, not caring about anyone else's thoughts. He just kind of did whatever he wanted because he had the money. And that's what like our athletes do at our school. Like, they think they can get away with just whatever they want because they're an athlete and it'll all work out in the end because their coaches will pick them up. And I don't know, this is kind of similar to, again, Skeeter's situation in The Help. She was a white woman who were high above in the social hierarchy back then, and I'm in athletics and I'm a guy, and it just seems like it was a little awkward at first trying to do this research on what people are treated unfairly when I find myself sometimes getting the benefits of being in the higher class, but I try not to be recognized as that as much. That's why I wanted to do this project, and I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this.